I know God is with me, but lately, doubt has been louder than my faith. And I don't think we talk about that enough. How even the strongest seasons of faith can be interrupted by fear. Today, I want to share honestly about the valleys I'm walking through and what God is gently teaching me in the middle of it. If you're a Christian, you're probably familiar with Psalm 23. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. It's beautiful. It's hopeful. But fearing no evil, trusting God, finding comfort in the darkness, it's not always as easy as it sounds, is it? At least it isn't for me. In my recent videos, I've shared just how much I've changed this last year. The shifts in the choices God has led me through, and how those changes have shaped who I am today. But the truth is, even though I've climbed so many mountains, I'm stuck in a valley. And if I'm being really honest, I have been for a while. I'm not walking through a life-threatening diagnosis or a heartbreaking trauma. By all accounts, I am very blessed. But here's what I'm learning. You can be blessed, deeply blessed, and still find yourself in a valley. Because anywhere in your life where fear has more influence than surrender, you'll feel the weight of suffering. This week I started reading One Wintry Night by Ruth Bell Graham to my kids as we prepare for Advent. One thing I love about this book is how it tells the story of Christmas by going all the way back to the very beginning, creation. This beautiful, intricate, impossible world that God made for us to savor with Him. Then it walks into the story of Adam and Eve and their small, seemingly harmless decision to taste the forbidden fruit. And suddenly, it clicked for me why that story matters so much. It shows us just how simple and yet how unbelievably hard it is to trust God fully. Adam and Eve have everything. God walked with them. He was their friend. And still, a single seed of doubt was enough to change everything. Doubt that led to fear, pain, struggle. Doubt that made trusting God no longer a simple choice, but a lifeline. And in so many ways, I realized I am just like Eve. I have so many beautiful blessings in my life, but I still struggle to receive them, trust them, and trust myself with them. In this particular valley, I'm struggling with trusting God with my children, trusting that I'm raising them well, that I'm disciplining them enough, or maybe disciplining too much, that I'm doing a good job. I'm struggling with trusting Him in leading me to homeschool, wondering if I'm cut out for it, wondering if I'm failing them somehow by trying. I'm wrestling with my identity as a wife, mother, homemaker, asking if what I do all day, every day, is really enough. And like I mentioned in a recent video, when God calls you to rise, what is familiar has to fall away. And the people and the things I used to lean on, they're just not there anymore. And when you feel alone, that's when doubt creeps in. I am struggling with trusting the blessings God has placed in my life, because there are still seeds of doubt that whisper that I don't deserve them. They whisper that I'm not enough, that I can't handle what I've been given, that God's faith in me is somehow misplaced. But here's the truth I have to remind myself of every single day. I am not alone. And I cannot get through this valley alone. He is with me through every doubt, every fear, every worry. And when I pause, breathe, and remind myself of His truth, I am comforted. I may not be sprinting through this valley. Honestly, some days I feel like I'm crawling. But I trust that God has put me here for a reason, even if I don't fully understand it yet. I still feel fear and doubt and pain, but I also feel deeply, indescribably loved. He has never abandoned me. He never has, and He never will. And friend, He has never left you either, and He never will. I hope that in sharing honestly about my valley, you find comfort in knowing that you are not alone in yours. And when the world feels heavy, when you feel lost or unsure if you'll ever make it out, remember this: Christmas was the beginning of the light. And even in the deepest valley, that light is still shining. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. And I'll see you in the next one.